the truth. If you ain't been here, if you don't have somebody that's in your ear that's telling you the truth or wherever, you got to go out and seek it, and get the right answers. Sometimes players, girl or boy, are around coaches that, you know, they're being positive and they're saying all this stuff, but it's not about making you feel warm or fuzzy. It's about helping you get better. So you got to hear the truth to hear that. You know, with the coronavirus stuff, trying to go out and be on teams, and you got players going out to open gyms and workouts and stuff. I just think that this is a time to step inward. Like, even just with all of us in life, we've been able to see how certain things have been diminished in the level of importance. And now we can see what's kind of some of the things that's really important. You know, some people have been without work, but then you've also seen, okay, I still manage without having a certain level of money. Okay, so maybe that might not be as important, but we've gone this long without AAU. We've gone this long without summer leagues or your workouts and the different things that you're accustomed to. So now maybe let's start listening to some of these old heads, you know, we call them, that are saying, man, I used to walk 5 miles in the snow barefoot, and I would go at this court. Well, go try that. Go just see what that looks like for 2 or 3 months, because everybody's so anxious to force this other stuff to happen. And you know, what's really unfortunate, and it's already starting to happen, and I was calling this out about 2 months ago for the people that's around me, you're going to see a lot of significant injuries that are about to happen because players, girls and boys from middle school, high school on up to professional, have not been playing hard for 4 months. They've not been training hard. They've not been doing all that. And then they're going to jump back into it right now, and they've got to get back ready. So they're going to go hard right away. And it's got to be a kind of a ramping up thing. And they're not doing that. They're going to jump right into it. Some people's bodies are not going to be ready for that, and they're going to snap. And I'm talking about things like ACLs, Achilles tendons, big type injuries, not like, you know, hey, my MCL that heals in 6 weeks. No. And so, and a lot of that's because the players ain't been working on their own at that level. You can't really do that level of intensity on your own. You're used to being pushed. So right now is a time to just go inward. You can do a lot of stuff on your own. Find out what that's like. Fall in love with the game, whether you're a pro down to a youth player. You got to be intrinsically motivated to really move forward in the game of basketball. And that's what the social media and they find. A lot of players are extrinsically motivated today. You know, if some coach nudges you, they'll go work out. If your parent does it, you go work out. If you see some video, you might do that, but there's got to be some internal ticker in there. And I think this is what a time to find. God, it's pretty easy for me, it might sound bad. But by far, my favorite player to ever coach is Deante Strickland. By far.
We had good years at Central Catholic as well. He was honestly a tough competitor, tough.
Deante, when I first started, I used to kind of talk bad about Deante's game. I used to say, like, man, he can't shoot, he can't do this stuff. And so I always knew him and was cool because I know the Strickland family really well. And I always had respect for his game, the way he played, but there, you know, I would break it like I do any player. And he had always played ICP, and we ended up playing them with I-5 at the Rose City Showcase Championship. And I remember he was a sophomore playing up on 17s. He was going against Bryce Kanda, Victor Sanders, all these guys. And we had our big guy, Tanner Morgan, who played at Casper with Deante, and then played at Northern Colorado. He's their all-time leading rebounder there. Went to Sprague High School. But I'm telling Tanner, you're guarding Deante. Deante's a point guard. Tanner, you're going to guard him and back up into the paint. Do not go near him. Back up into the paint. And so Deante goes by him towards the last play, misses like a floater, and Blake Brandale tips it in with like 4 seconds to go. And they end up beating us on that play. And Blake Brandale, I think is he going to the NFL right now? Or
yeah, he signed with the Vikings.
Yeah, but Deante, man, and then he came that next year, and he had been talking with Kendrick, and he Kendrick goes, man, Deante need a team to play on. Would you be interested? And I said, man, have him come out to workouts. I want to take a look at him tonight. And I always would be like, man, you can't shoot to save your life. And Kendrick was like, nah, man, I was watching him shoot the other day and he's actually not bad. So the first day he comes out and I'm busting his balls. And then we do a drill, what I think is the best shooting drill to do if you want to improve your shooting. It's called elbow to elbow, where you constantly keep moving. And I had him do that, man. The kid knocked down like 14, 15 in a row. And I'm just looking at his stroke and I'm like, man, you're not a bad shooter at all. He was like, man, I told you I could shoot. I was like, man, all right. So he stayed, we get him on that team that year. I think we won 4 championships that year. He helped get Jace Cates a scholarship. He helped get Jake Spurgeon a scholarship. He helped get Trey Miller, who went to North Dakota State and then to Seattle Pacific, a scholarship. He helped get DeAndre Bird a scholarship. He helped get, what's my man's name? Patty Mills, Patrick Myers a scholarship. I'm talking about like 7, 8 players on that team because of the way he plays. One of the best leaders that I've ever dealt with. And I'm talking about, I pressed him, man. I had my foot on the gas pedal with him. We played in a tournament down in Salem, 7 games. He probably sat out 4 minutes. So we played 32 minutes each game. And goes by that I'm not constantly thinking about him, man. That's my little brother. And got him right here. Yeah. Somebody, he changed my life, man. That dude, he's got an old spirit, you know, and he's here. I don't talk about him in past tense, you know, he's here. So